Hey friends, we are going to shop for carnivore and animal-based grocery items. So come with me, we're at Costco in Las Vegas. We will be here in Las Vegas for the next few months. So if you're in Las Vegas, I'd love to do a carnivore meetup. This is our first day here in Las Vegas, and of course we had to stop by Costco to stock up on our favorite meats. Okay, so this is the beef portion of Costco, but I just wanted to show you their ground beef selection. When it comes to ground beef, I don't really recommend getting their Wagyu ground beef. You're just paying premium price for that label of Wagyu. Instead, I would get their 8812 ground beef, which costs only $4.59 per pound. Later in this video, I'll actually show you my favorite ground beef hack to save money for the highest quality. A lot of new carnivores will wonder what the difference between USDA Prime and Choice is. It's basically a grading of marbling. Here in Las Vegas, the Prime ribeyes cost $16.99 per pound. However, today I just went with my favorite fatty budget-friendly meat, and that is chuck roast, only $6.19 per pound. And because it is so naturally fatty, going with their Choice is just as good for me. I always pick up their New York strip shabu shabu, which is just thinly sliced New York strip steak. It is $10.99 for Choice, and I'll show you why I love it so much and how I cook it later in the video. Then I picked up a bag of organic avocados for my husband. This is definitely the least harmful fruit you can enjoy. Moving on to the processed packaged meat options, I noticed that this sliced grass-fed beef sirloin could be a convenient option until I read the ingredients. Always check ingredients, because there's always sugar, seed oils, or some type of additive that we do not want in our diet. These Amy Lou chicken breakfast links, however, are very clean in ingredients. We actually get these all the time whenever we see them at Costco. They're great in flavor, sugar-free, and super easy to cook. I always pick up some prosciutto for the hubby because he loves his prosciutto and cheese snacks after going to the gym. So this one is excellent because it is only pork and sea salt. These Greenridge Farm beef sticks are also carnivore friendly, no sugar in the ingredients, perfect for kids when on the go or for road trips. These beef sausages from Teton Waters Ranch are also amazing, very clean ingredients, easy to cook, and it's extra juicy. Here's another example of a product that looks like it could be carnivore friendly, but upon checking the ingredients list, I again am sorely disappointed by all the nasty ingredients that are snuck in. Moving on to the cheese aisle, Steak and Butter Guy's favorite cheese is French Brie, and their Kirkland brand is an excellent one. So creamy, so flavorful. If you can tolerate pasteurized cheese, this is the best. My favorite cheese is this raw, unpasteurized La Gruyere that is from Switzerland. I have seen it at every Costco I visited. So easy to digest and delicious. As you can see, I already have a whole cart full of delicious meats, great ingredients for carnivore diet and animal-based for myself and my husband, Steak and Butter Guy. This is my favorite aisle because if you come with me here, we love frozen because it is fresh, it is high quality. You can also ensure what quality you want by getting the wild-caught salmon. So that's very convenient. It's just sockeye salmon. Another ingredient that I love to get in the frozen aisle is their wild-caught shrimp that's frozen. This is such a great ingredient in Chinese cuisine. I've learned so many hacks from my mother-in-law on how to cook shrimp in the most delicious ways. If you are prone to meat aversion, get this wild-caught shrimp. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. I would avoid the blue one because that is farm-raised. We definitely do not want to eat farm-raised seafood. Instead, invest in the wild-caught for your health. It's more expensive, but it is worth it. When it comes to eating for the cheapest on a carnivore and animal-based diet, I highly recommend taking advantage of chicken. So right behind me, we've got so many chicken selections. We have the frozen chicken breast, so much chicken breast, and chicken wings. I recommend the chicken wings because it's very high in fat for only $2.99 per pound, okay? So if you really want to save your money and still get the nutrient density that you need, then this is the one. Look, it's already almost out of stock. Look at that. You get this huge bag of just chicken wings and you can just bake it in the oven. So good. Let's go to the frozen ground beef options that we have. They have kosher ground beef, which is incredible, okay? I've actually never seen this at any other Costco before. They have kosher ground beef and kosher ribeye steaks. Here we have so many options for frozen ground beef. I have tried every single one of these ground beef patties. So this is $27.99 for 15 ground beef patties, and each patty is 1/3 of a pound. Each pound you are paying $5.59. This is great. I know a lot of you guys lean on seafood for variety when you are sick and tired of beef, so maybe you would reach for this, the salmon burgers, but if you check the ingredients, you will know this is absolutely junk. So always check the ingredients. I don't know why they have to add all that junk. It's just too bad. My personal favorite is this grass-fed one because it is so high quality and the flavor is so good. I've never tried the lean ground beef because it is just way too lean. If you like it, you can just add extra butter on the side. I've tried this one. This is the ground sirloin. It is very juicy, very fatty. This one though, I highly recommend. It's the Beyond Beef fake junk. We definitely don't want that. Now let's go to the dairy section. So we're now in the dairy section. I really recommend getting this. So what this is just sour cream. I know a lot of carnivores say avoid dairy, don't eat sour cream, it's going to make you fat. No, it's not going to make you fat if you're still adapting to a carnivore diet. And sour cream is so good to add variety, tanginess. It is such a great ingredient to add so many creative twists to your recipes. It's only $4.99, so we're gonna get a whole tub. Wait, maybe I could film a whole week-long meal plan using these Costco ingredients. Would you like that? And now we are at one of my favorite spots in any grocery store. It's their butter variety aisle. I'm actually very sad to see that they don't have the very popular green-colored butter that Kirkland sells. It is only salted, but if you see that at your Costco, that is the best one if you eat salted butter. If you also like Kerrygold salted, then this one is a fantastic butter brand. I personally no longer eat Kerrygold unsalted because they add questionable ingredients, so I don't like it. This is obviously the egg section. Unfortunately, at this Costco, I don't see any pasture-raised or even free-range eggs, so we're going to say no thank you and pass on the eggs here in Costco and just pick some up at a local grocery store like Whole Foods or Sprouts. As you can see, they only have cage-free. I personally don't eat cage-free eggs anymore. Yes, it is cheaper, but the quality is going to suffer. And finally, we're at the milk section of the dairy room. I personally do not recommend any of these milk options because it is pasteurized milk. I will show you hacks on how to find raw, unpasteurized milk in this video. The only beverage that we pick up at Costco is their San Pellegrino sparkling waters in their glass bottles. We have a Berkey filter at home, so we just use that for our plain still water. I decided to check out their snack aisle and was intrigued by these chicken breast egg white bone broth chips. And then I flipped over the bag, checked the ingredients, and again, sorely disappointed by this disgusting ingredients list. Don't forget to check out their canned meat option. They do have a great selection of wild-caught seafood, like this Wild Planet wild tuna, wild-caught sardines, however this one is in olive oil, and this Kirkland brand wild-caught pink salmon. Steak and Butter Guy really likes hot sauces, dipping sauces, and so I checked this Cholula ingredients list. It's actually not the worst. Questionable ingredients are the xanthan gum thickener and natural flavor. If you have no other choice, this will be just fine. But then I found this 505 green chili sauce and checked the ingredients. Wow. 10 out of 10, fantastic clean ingredients, so I highly recommend getting this one. As you can see behind me, I have everything from the Costco grocery haul that we just did. I'm now at home and I wanted to go through each of the items to explain why I love each of these items so much. Beef chuck pot roast is such a fantastic option. I recommend cooking it in your Instant Pot, high pressure cook for 45 to 50 minutes, season however you want. You can make it into a roast or you can turn it into a stew soup, and this can last you all week. It is only $6.19 per pound. And it's a fatty cut of flavorful melt-in-your-mouth meat. So this, in my opinion, is the best cut of meat that you can get from Costco. This one is one of my favorites because it is thinly sliced shabu shabu style meat. Shabu shabu is just the Japanese version of Chinese hot pot. Take all these thinly sliced meats and you dip it in boiling water, broth, or soup. It is a very social, traditional way of eating meat in China and Japan. What I like to do with it is not to dip it in hot soup. I like to just saute it on a pan for maximum 60 seconds and you are done. You're done with cooking, you can start eating and you're good to go. So this is such a convenient piece of meat because it is so thinly sliced already for you. It is $10.99 per pound, but hey, if you compare it to a New York strip, it is still a lot cheaper. Let's move to our seafood selection. I got the wild-caught sockeye salmon, I got the wild-caught red shrimp, as well as the wild-caught Chilean sea bass. Why do I exclusively eat wild-caught seafood now? I don't want any bacteria, contamination. Farm-raised fish is just not as high quality, and the price that you get to save is honestly not worth the money being saved when you can just invest it in guaranteed high-quality quality wild-caught seafood. I love this shrimp option because it is deveined, peeled, and the tail is removed. So all you have to do is throw it on your pan, saute it in some butter, or just do a flash boil and enjoy it cold, cocktail style. This is so versatile, especially when you have meat aversion, you are sick of eating the hot, cooked, fatty, nauseating meats. This is really going to help refresh your palate. This wild-caught salmon is boneless and it's skin on. So we love a good skin on piece of salmon because that skin is so rich in omega-3s and delicious fats. What I like to do, air fry. It's so easy. Throw it in your air fry. Air fry at 350 degrees for 10 minutes, you're good to go. And last but not least, this is the wild-caught Chilean sea bass that I raved about while we were at Costco. This is just probably the most luxurious piece of fish you could possibly put in your mouth because it is so high fat, yet it is so decadent and complex in flavor. When you put it in your mouth, if you cook it right, it will literally melt in your mouth like butter. It's so delicious and you really don't need that much seasoning or sauce. It's so packed full of flavor. For Chinese cuisine, we love this piece of fish. We like to just do a light steam, top it with some scallions. My mom would, of course, go for soy sauce, and that would be the most decadent dish. But for us carnivores and animal-based, just do a simple steam, put some salt, season it however you like, pepper, spices, whatever. If you want that extra oomph in flavor, you can put some hot sauce on it, or you can squeeze some fresh lemon juice, no problem. Here we've got our ground beef patties, also frozen. I love these so much because in between each patty there is a piece of paper, so none of the patties ever get stuck in the freezer when you're on the go. You have to quickly cook up a meal. I actually love cooking these also in the air fryer. I do 3 at a time, which equals 1 whole pound, and I'll just air fry it at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 6 minutes. Perfect burgers. The last thing on this side, we have some San Pellegrino sparkling water. I already know picky, high quality carnivores are going to say, but it's in a green bottle, that is toxic. Look, Costco doesn't give any other varieties or options for sparkling water. I'll go with the glass bottle. I'll avoid the plastic, and this is the best that I can do. I'm not going to stress out about it. I love the flavor. I love the taste, intensity of sparkliness. This is just a perfect sparkling water for me, and I'm not going to nitpick and stress out about the tiny little details. Now, when it comes to beverages, I did want to touch on this because I do get a lot of questions. What can carnivores drink? You can absolutely drink any sparkling water that you like, whatever brand. Obviously, make sure there's no added stevia or sugar. Even natural flavorings is a questionable ingredient that I would prefer you all avoid. Just try to make sure it is only carbonated mineral water. And the other drink that I drink every single day personally as a carnivore, it is not animal-based. It comes from a plant, coffee. And I have zero guilt, zero shame drinking coffee every day because it literally supports my goals. I still feel amazing. I have cut it out before. The only thing that I do is I drink it after eating my first meal of the day. It has made a big difference. This is the Chameleon brand espresso coffee. Specifically this one, wow, love that bold, chocolatey, rich flavor. I pour half a cup and then I dilute it with just plain water, and that's my cup of coffee for the day. Now, for those wondering, what about electrolytes? Yes, hydration is important, but just drinking plain water may not cut it for a lot of new carnivores. That's where I do recommend leaning on high quality electrolytes. Does every single carnivore need to incorporate electrolytes in their diet? Obviously not. It's going to be a very personal thing that you must experiment with. So if you want to see if electrolytes make you feel better or worse, the brand that I personally recommend is Element, spelled LMNT, and specifically this blue bannered colored box. The flavor is called raw unflavored. So there is no stevia, no extra flavorings. It is just the sodium, potassium, and magnesium. Here's what each of the packets look like. They have a lot of different flavors. So if you're not interested in the raw unflavored, feel free to check out all of their other flavors as well. You just rip one packet open, pour it in whatever you're drinking, mix it up, drink it up, and you are good to go. You all can get a free sample pack that includes all of their flavors, including the raw unflavored, with any purchase. If you go to the URL shown on the screen, drinklmnt.com/SBGAL. I've also linked them down below. Last but not least is our left side of the table. These ingredients, I definitely want you to think of more as accessories or ornaments to your very meat-heavy meals, because carnivore at the end of the day is a meat diet. It is an animal-based diet focusing wholly on animal ingredients. Obviously, predominantly your meals should be whole cuts of meat, fatty meat, beef, chicken, whatever meat, seafood even. And on the side, if you need more variety and texture and flavor and consistency, then we can lean on these options. So again, don't use any of these ingredients as your whole entire meal. I don't recommend it because most of these are processed. It is not just a one single ingredient, fresh cut of meat. Let's start with the raw dairy portion. I mentioned in Costco that there's no raw milk, there's no raw kefir, there's no raw yogurt sold in Costco and also sold in most grocery stores in the United States. It's because it's illegal in most states. But does that mean it's dangerous and deadly for us? Not necessarily. In fact, I've been incorporating raw dairy in my diet for the past 6 years, intermittently on and off. Recently, a lot more. I have not gotten sick a single time. I'm still alive, thriving. So this is my favorite raw kefir. The brand is Raw Farm. Now my hack is I'm able to get it in any state because I go for the pet version. For some reason, it is illegal to sell raw kefir when it is meant for your dogs and your cats and your pets. But it's not legal to sell it for humans. So what I do is I just buy the pet version and I drink it. No problem, never had a problem. So that's how I find it anywhere. I get it from Sprouts. I'm in Las Vegas right now. I went to their Sprouts, found it in their aisle. So this is so good in flavor. It's plain. The ingredients are perfect. There's no sugar, no questionable ingredients. It's perfect. Same brand, Raw Farm, also has raw cheddar, so I do really love this cheese. I get it anytime I can find it. This one is a little bit harder to find because they're simply shredded raw cheddar. They also have great blocks, whole blocks of raw cheese, so if you can find it, it's fantastic. Clean ingredients, love the flavor. Okay, we have some avocados, organic, for my husband, steak and butter guy. He is more animal-based. If you're also more animal-based, enjoy the avocados. I get it. Sometimes animal fats is just, it doesn't hit as well when you eat it and swallow it. It gives you nausea. It might give you acid reflux. For some reason, a lot of people just feel better eating fats from an avocado. If that's you, enjoy it. We've got some French brie. This is not raw. It's not unpasteurized. It is actually pasteurized brie, but this texture, I've tried it multiple times because this is one of my mother-in-law's favorite cheeses, so she'll always serve it for us. It has the most buttery, melt in your mouth, smearable consistency. And I could really see this come in handy for a lot of new carnivores who need that extra flavor or oomph with their meals to help them eat enough. This is such a great cheese. I really want to feature cured meats, but specifically clean ones, because it can be such a great option for people who are on the go. When you're traveling, cured meats is so wonderful. You just put it in a Ziploc bag or just bring this whole thing and you're good to go. It is also great for serving at parties. Since the holidays are coming up, you want to bring something carnivore friendly for everybody to enjoy and also for yourself. This is such a great thing to bring. Just bring a whole platter of cured meats and cheeses and you're good to go. The ingredients: pork, sea salt. So there are prosciutto. Here we have some cage-free egg whites. I don't really like it. My husband really wanted to try it, so we have it in the house now. We move on to my favorite raw cheese of all time from Costco. This is their La Gruyere Switzerland cheese. It is raw, unpasteurized. Anytime I can share my favorite raw cheese on here on YouTube or on Instagram or on TikTok, I always share this one because it is hands down the best one. Like, there's nothing that beats this one in flavor, in texture, in the ingredients list as well. This is a perfect block of cheese. Next, we have 2 tubs of these pickles for my husband. Pickles are fantastic if you need that refreshing, crunchy, cut through the fat acid flavor to help you stick to carnivore. I don't see anything wrong with it. Yes, it's a plant, but if it helps you stick to carnivore as opposed to falling off the wagon and eating Burger King and Taco Bell and Pizza Hut, then yes, have those pickles. It's going to go a long way for you. It's just cucumbers, water, distilled white vinegar, salt, garlic, dill, and grape leaves. Perfect. We have our sausages. I have this one, very popular among us carnivores, from Teton Waters Ranch. Please tell me if I pronounced it wrong. Teton. It's 100% grass-fed beef sausages. So this is fantastic. It's made of beef, not pork, which is always a little bit more high quality, and we like that. And the ingredients are very clean. It's just grass-fed beef and spices. This is made of chicken. Ingredients are also fantastic, no sugar added. I did want to mention though, I forgot to feature Costco's bacon, but apparently their Their bacon is no sugar added. If you guys love your bacon, you can also get it at Costco. And our last and final product from the Costco grocery haul is this Daisy brand sour cream. Why did I get a whole tub of sour cream? Because this is such a great thing that you can throw on top of every single carnivore meal to make it more delicious, to make it easier to eat. My last video, I talked about the biggest thing that I see that's preventing weight loss and people getting to their goals is that they are under eating. Sour cream has helped thousands of carnivores finish their meat meals. It prevents them from being bored, tired, fatigued with their meat aversion or palate fatigue. If you guys love sour cream, feel free to share your tips and tricks, recipes, how you like to enjoy it with your carnivore diet down below. There you have it. This is the entire Costco grocery haul with some added tips on the side. I really hope that you found this video helpful. If you're ready to join a community of passionate and thriving carnivores, I welcome you all to join my community, the Steak and Butter Gang. It is open all days of the year and 24/7 for anyone who needs that support and accountability from a vibrant, passionate community. We are now 16,000 members strong, and we do Zoom calls in the community almost every single day. So at any given point of your journey, you can communicate with other carnivores and get the help and support that you need from our team of carnivore coaches, as well as our amazing panel of carnivore doctors who visit every single week. So if that is an option you're interested in, of course, I will make sure to link it down below in the description box, or you can visit the URL sbgmeetup.com to join us anytime. And finally, before I wrap up, I just wanted to share something that I have been incorporating every single day that has really leveled up my energy and sleep. And that is wearing blue blockers. This is what it looks like when I wear it on. If you are using phones, iPads, computers, TVs, you are looking at blue light. And when you look at it late at night when it's dark outside, it could disrupt your sleep quality and it could make it more difficult to fall asleep. So because I have been wearing it every single night right before bed, like about 1 hour to 2 hours before bed, it has really helped me be able to fall asleep basically instantaneously. And I'm able to stay asleep throughout the night. On Charge also offers a great selection of other biohacking tools and equipment. And Steak and Butter Guy and I have also been loving their infrared sauna blanket. It's basically a blanket that you plug in that wraps 360 degrees around you. You choose the setting that you like and you can enjoy all the benefits of infrared light therapy while just lying down and relaxing. And it also does heat up, so it's incredibly comfortable on those cold winter days. If you guys would like to check out any of my biohacking favorites, I'll make sure to link them down below in the description box, and you all can use the code SBGAL for 15% off your purchase. All right, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. SBG out.